Okay, B2B quick commerce platform Fairdeal Market has raised $3 million in a pre-Series A funding round that was led by Incubate Asia and Waterbridge Ventures. Co-founded in 2022 by two brothers hailing from Jaipur, the company says it is approaching $10 million in ARR and plans to build a platform of highly loyal 1 lakh retailers in the next 3 years. The fresh funds will help it deepen its technology moat, expand in new zones, and onboard more D2C and regional hero brands. For more on the funding and the company's growth roadmap, joining me now is its co-founder and CEO, Prateek Bansal. Prateek, welcome to Startup Street. Thanks very much for being here. Tell us very briefly about Fairdeal and the size of the opportunity in this B2B quick commerce market and the market gap really that you're solving for.
Sure. Firstly, thank you so much for having me here. Quickly, what we are trying to solve at Fairdeal. So in India, there are almost 40 to 50 lakh retailers, which actually goes to wholesale market every day to procure their inventory. With Fairdeal now, they don't have to actually go to wholesale market. They can open the Fairdeal app and get their goods delivered instantly at their doorstep. So this is what we are solving for Indian retailers.
Yeah. Okay, and now that you've got this $3 million check, where will the bulk of this money grow? And when you're talking about expansion beyond Delhi NCR, where would that be?
Sure. So for at least next 2 years, we would stick to Delhi NCR. Post that, we will look at markets like Bombay and Bangalore, which are again very densely populated market. For us, it is very important to enter into a market which is very densely populated.
Well, and the rest of the money, how will you be deploying the funding apart from the expansion plans that you've detailed?
Sure. So we are also exploring some new categories. Currently, we only operate in food and beverages as a category. We are looking to expand few more categories, which would be non-food. So some of the money which we have raised will go towards category expansion, and yes, rest of the money would be used to develop the infra for reaching to 1 lakh retailers in next 3 years.
All right. Okay, got that. I read that you say that data is going to be your moat. I mean, that will defend you against competitors. What exactly do you mean by that in terms of what you're doing differently?
Sure. So for us, data is everything, right? Whenever we enter into a market, firstly, we understand with the help of data what actually sells there, what is the pack size, which are the brands which are actually selling there, and that help us to plan the GTM for that market. And post-launch, right, we again see that data, that what is selling, and then we continue to go deep on the assortment which is selling, right? So data is our core. That remains on the center for Fairdeal. And let me tell you, within past 1 year, we have grown almost 10x in a very capital efficient manner. And that is only possible because we use a lot of data, right, which we were generating while doing that transaction with these retailers. So yes, data remains the core for Fairdeal.
Well, a 10x growth in the first year is impressive, but then again, it's coming on a small base. You're already at 10 million ARR today, and you're targeting now 150 million in the next 3 years. What exactly is going to get you there? Of course, you're going to be using data, like you said, but what is the sort of roadmap you have for growth over the next few years, if you could give us a glimpse?
Sure. So as I said, for next 2 years, we will stick to NCR as a region. In NCR, we see we will be able to reach almost to 60 to 80,000 unique retailers. Again, we are more focused to build a loyal relationship with our users rather acquiring more and more users. So loyalty remains our top focus. So once we reach that 60,000 to 80,000 unique retailers in NCR, we would then start with our new markets, which is Bombay and Bangalore. So with these 4 core markets, right, which are top market for any Indian consumption economy, right? So we are targeting these 3 markets to reach to 150 million ARR.
Okay, got that, Prateek. There is this target you've set of onboarding 100,000 loyal retailers within 3 years. what sort of incentives or tools are you offering to ensure that there is stickiness? And, how do you identify these hero D2C regional brands? Just tell us a bit about that as well.
Sure. So, firstly, how do we make loyal retailers, right? That is very important to understand. So, we provide quick delivery. So, our moat is they get instant delivery, let's say within 1 hour. So, they don't have to actually bother about their working capital, which makes the retailer loyal to Fairdeal, right? And how do we target these hero D2C brands? So, firstly, we check what is selling, which brands are selling on the other platforms, could be even Amazon or Blinkit of the world. And then we try to check whether these brands are eligible to sell on our platform or are able to sell at our retailers. So we try to marry some data, right? And again, data remains the core while selecting any brand. And once we understand that, we launch that brand and try to make it a hero brand.
Got that, Prateek. Thank you very much for sharing all of that, and we wish you the best, with your growth plans ahead. Thanks very much for your time today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.